Full reaction this morning. Let's go to Margaret Cooney, Octopus Energy Chief Customer Officer. Good morning.
Good morning.
Margaret, your thoughts?
Look, the government clearly had an exceptionally strong mandate from business and the public to reset the electricity market and ensure that we had really a change in the cadence of the market and an increase in supply. We know that there just has not been enough investment in new generation to bring prices down for New Zealand households and businesses. And the true test of these reforms is whether they will accelerate new generation and spur more competition. Look, unfortunately, all we've got in the plan to date is the existing measures that were already proposed by the Electricity Authority and are under consultation. So it's a concern that there hasn't been more in this because there was such a significant opportunity for the government. Look, the key really is now that the Electricity Authority is doing its work in terms of making sure that those competition settings work really well and support entry into the market, because ultimately it's the entry that will drive down the price of electricity for consumers. We have already seen that the gentailers will only invest at a certain rate and are not incentivised to reduce high prices.
The government's move, though, on the capital raising and saying that they will maintain their stake, basically get the chequebook out, do you not think that will make any difference?
Not a material difference.
What about the competition issue? They've said previously they're going to address the sweetheart deals that the gen gives to the tailor. You're saying that's not enough either?
What we're saying is that was already announced by the Electricity Authority. We think it's important work. It's great that it's got the support of government, but there were other things that the government could have done to really accelerate the rate at which we're building new generation. If we look at the pipeline currently, the volume of new generation committed is insufficient to meet the growing demand that we know is there. We really need to double down on growing the electricity system, and that's only going to happen through bringing new entrants with incentives to drive the price down and more capital into the market.
In a nutshell, Margaret, from what you've seen from the announcement today, what are the chances we will see lower prices?
Look, I think there are a number of things that are welcome and good in what has been suggested. We think it's sensible to have a stopgap like LNG, but I don't think New Zealand households and businesses are going to see a material change in price, and that should be a real concern.
Margaret Cooney, Octopus Energy Chief Customer Officer with us this morning.